My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can get it right.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. Get a chance to return this one.
Money back, money back, money back. Make it like a money back, money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I said, babe, it's he said it's them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. That delay, race, snatch, that shrink back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Babe, like a Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, 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 woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
That's fine. Yeah. No. 318. Excellent.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Coleman has it here right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Everyone's got four down. 319.
This is Coleman, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go, come on.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Let's go, come on.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Darian Stewart there to bring him down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
No, check, Patriot! Detroit!
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Leopard! Detroit!
Now Jackson on second down. He'll find the rookie from LSU, DJ Shark. And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bruce Irvin not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. And they'll run it here. They find some open field here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Demario Davis there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Jackson now looking to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll try to run it in with Gillislee. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Chargers touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here come the Bills.
Hurry up. Kelly, don't let Kelly.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, check 26.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Yeah, Liz. Hurry up.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Jumbo!
Rodgers again now. Dancing to his left. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Here's Coleman. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Rodgers to throw on second down. Open space inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Yeah, Liz. 319. Over here. Switch.
Rodgers now to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Watching now, Barney. Here we go now.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw on second down, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He finds his man. It's Austin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here. By the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
319. Here we go. Hey, 626. Zoom.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
319.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Let's go.
Rodgers looking to throw on second down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. Spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coleman. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Left side here to Sanders. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will.
Hey, let's go. Come on.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
319.
He's going to get it running right. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And on the ground they go with the running back. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Right.
Coleman now. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
No.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now a handoff looking right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Let's go, come on.
Rodgers now to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Sanders. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's Coleman here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
58.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Leopard! Detroit!
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw again is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Jackson. This is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
That's fine. Yeah.
They will run again with Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's Ryan Quigley now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Leopard!
They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Chargers on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit!
He's back to throw. And able to find Conley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Leopard!
Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 39 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Gone! Let's go! Now look at
One last shot for Lynch. Space to maneuver at the 40. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And finally brought down at the 43. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.